Al-Safa and Al-Marwah are two small hills now located in the Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, between which Muslims travel back and forth 7 times during the ritual pilgrimages of Hajj and Umrah. History. In Islamic tradition, Ibrahim was commanded by God to leave his wife Hajar and their infant son alone in the desert between Al-Safa and Al-Marwah with only basic provisions to test their faith. When the provisions were exhausted, Hagar went in search of help or water. To make her search easier and faster, she went alone, leaving the infant Ishmael on the ground. She first climbed the nearest hill, Al-Safa, to look over the surrounding area. When she saw nothing, she then went to the other hill, Al-Marwah, to look around. While Hagar was on either hillside, she was able to see Ishmael and know he was safe. However, when she was in the valley between the hills, she was unable to see her son, and would thus run whilst in the valley and walk at a normal pace when on the hillsides. Hagar traveled back and forth between the hills 7 times in the scorching heat before returning to her son. When she arrived, she found that a spring had broken forth from where the angel Jibreel hit the ground with his wing. This spring is now known as the Zamzam well, and was revealed by the angel of God as both sustenance and a reward for Hagar's patience. Location. The Masjid al-Haram houses the Kaaba, the focal point of prayer for all Muslims. Safa, from which the ritual walking begins, is located approximately 100 meters from the Kaaba. Marwa is located about 350 meters from the Kaaba. The distance between Safa and Marwa is approximately 300 meters, so that 7 trips amount to roughly 2.1 kilometers. The 2 points and the path between them are now inside a long gallery that forms part of the masjid. The Sa'i. Performing the Sa'i, also known as Sa'i, serves to commemorate Hagar's search for water and God's mercy in answering prayers. Sa'i towards Al-Safa. Central section reserved for the elderly and disabled. Note that it is also divided into 2 directions of travel. Sa'i returning from Al-Safa. In the Quran, Al-Safa and Al-Marwah are also mentioned in the Quran. Behold, Safa and Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. So if those who visit the house in the season or at other times should compass them round, it is no synonym. And if anyone obeyeth his own impulse to good, be sure that Allah is he who recognizeth and knoweth. Surah 2 Al-Baqarah, Ayah 158. In Western culture, Mount Safa is allegedly the mountain referred to in the European proverb, "If the mountain will not come to Muhammad, Muhammad must go to the mountain," sometimes incorrectly quoted the opposite way around. English language sources trace the first written English use of the saying to Francis Bacon.